I meditated with monks in a temple in Thailand every day for 1 month, 12 to 14 hours a day, and 22 hours a day in the last 3 days of my retreat. And oh my God, that was the most beneficial but the most difficult experience of my life. The temple provided 2 breakfasts, a separate room for me with beddings, white clothes, and beverages throughout the day so that you don't have to be bothered by anything and can focus solely on meditation. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how much it all costed me to go through this experience and why I wasn't allowed to sleep for the last 3 nights. This experience helped me create a self-help framework, the philosophy of absolute numbers that tremendously changed all the aspects of my life. Subscribe not to miss it in the next video. Firstly, I want to explain why I signed up for this. My decision seemed to be very weird to a lot of friends of mine. They didn't understand me. Why would anyone want to limit themselves from the abundance of life? I had everything I needed and even more. Unlimited access to the internet, cable TV, the newest cell phone. Isn't this utopian access to consumerism what humanity always aimed for? I guess we all stumbled and found ourselves in the wrong place, doubting that what we have is really what we need. I found myself in the depths of dopamine addiction. I was addicted to everything at once. I've always suffered from ADHD and had been hooked on my phone from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to bed. I always craved dopamine in any possible form. Dating apps, porn, binge watching TV shows, binge eating fast food, binge scrolling TikToks, and at some point it became a real struggle to be present. I couldn't maintain any interactions with the significant people that I love without being distracted every 3 seconds. This seemingly innocent addiction started ruining my relationships. My girlfriend left me, I started feeling really depressed, and nothing could fill the void inside me, no matter how hard I tried. Life became tasteless and meaningless. This is when I realized I needed a reboot to reconnect with myself. I wanted to find peace within myself and be comfortable with myself, so I decided to isolate myself from all the distractions and addictions and went to a place where I had no other choice. The Buddhist temple in the north of Thailand, in Chiang Mai, the spiritual heart of the country. I sent them an email and got an invitation to a formal interview where they admitted me and gave me the key to my room and basic instructions. The next morning, I met the abbot of the temple, who reminded me of Yoda from Star Wars, a very calm, old, humorous man. I received his blessings and started the hardest experience of my life. The meditation was divided into 2 types. One is purely sitting with your legs crossed, the standard one. It alternates with the mindful walking meditation every other hour. It's a very slow walk where you have to focus on every tiny element of your step. Heel up, lifting, moving, lowering, touching. Heel up, lifting, moving, lowering, touching. One step may often take longer than 1 minute. Once you're done with mindful walking, you switch back to mindful sitting. I'm not going to go deep into the process of meditation itself. I just have to tell you that your ego and your mind will sabotage it from the moment you enter the temple. Your ego would scream, asking for an escape, asking you to go back to all your addictions, to cheap dopamine. Where's my phone with all my friends? Are they thinking of me? Where is all the delicious food? Why am I doing this after all? Why the hell did I even start this? My body was in pain. My back, my knees were just dying. But I always reminded myself what I surrendered myself to. And I promised myself that I would go until the end, no matter what. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. That was my mantra. Every day I had an appointment with the main monk, the one that I call Yoda, where I had to share my experience. He would ask me what was difficult about meditating, what holds me back, etc. To most of the questions, the meditation teacher would say, continue meditating. Practice is the answer. At some point, I would get pissed. Couldn't he have said something more encouraging and enlightening, perhaps? But only after days of meditation and after you truly surrender to the practice, you realize how blissful and truthful his words are. Practice was indeed the answer. Once you really put yourself together and keep meditating despite the pain, despite the screaming of your ego and all the distractions, you'll get to truly experience the moment of stop, the stop of your thoughts, and find yourself present for the first time in your life. I don't want to idealize this experience. It was uncomfortable, it was painful, it was annoying until I realized that I caused all of those and took the accountability for everything. There is no one to blame anymore. It's you versus you. This is why I went there, to take accountability for my life. Because after all, it's always you versus you in this life. And only when you face yourself in this mirror, you can truly see your own misbeliefs. You'll clearly see what your mind is attached to, your weaknesses, your past traumas that camouflage and mimic themselves in your daily life. But there's just too much noise in our daily lives so that we are not able to see it all. We're literally blind to ourselves. There are 7 things I learned from this experience. Take 100 accountability. I am the reason of my suffering, and I am the creator of my happiness, and no one else. Second, no one really cares. It's all your ego. Third, pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Fourth, the best cure for pain is gratitude for everything, including the pain itself. 5, all the answers can be found within if you pay enough attention. 6, practice indeed is the answer. 7, don't give your pain, your ego, a voice. It will always try to drown you. Little did I know that what I pictured as a spiritual retreat became the hardest training for my mind. During my stay at the temple, the monks taught me about mindfulness and the power of being present in the moment. They showed me how to appreciate the simple things in life and find joy in the present. I learned that happiness does not come from external factors, but from within, as well as suffering. The experience was life-changing and helped me break free from my addiction to instant gratification. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you how much I paid for it. The price for this experience is $0. It's absolutely free and based on donations. After you finish your course, you can go and make an anonymous donation if you feel like it. Thanks for watching this video. Ask me any questions in the comments below.